The Walt Disney Company has announced a major change with an ESPN app that is sure to make investors rack their brain as to what exactly is going on. Today, we'll tell you how desperate Disney must be because it turns out they're ready to give Hulu and Disney Plus away for free. Yes, free, if only you'll download their ESPN brand new gambling, rambling, fantasy sports, and everything in between app. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is a joy, as always, to have you join us. Today, we're talking about ESPN, not ESPN Plus, because that is the app that must die. Disney's saying goodbye to it, getting ready to phase it out. Instead, going with a new thing, and it is the place that you go to get everything from bets to sports to stats to everything. That's ESPN. Today, we'll tell you, though, why investors may not be grinning as Disney is ready to start winning. And the only way they see that they can make this happen is to give away Disney Plus and Hulu subscriptions for free. Details on the way. Click the like button, and here we go. All right, folks, take a look at this. It is out of CNBC, and get ready for this one. It is big for Disney. 1/3 of the Walt Disney Company is dedicated to sports, 1/3 of the tripod. Let's take a look and see how this is going to go, because a lot of the news out there is not going to report this, obviously, the way that we are, and that is honestly. This is from Alex Sherman, who we would never portray as dishonest. And he says ESPN's new all-access streaming app will cost $29.99 per month. Some folks out there might even call that $30. But get ready, there is something far bigger in this announcement than what we're seeing so far. Disney's standalone ESPN streaming service will cost $30 per month when bundled with Disney Plus and Hulu's ad-supported products. The three services will cost $35.99 per month. That price falls to $29.99 per month for the first year for customers who sign up at launch. We're going to come back to that. We're going to come back. The ESPN application will include all of the network's live games, programming on other ESPN cable networks such as ESPN2, the SEC Network, ESPN The Ocho, ESPN on ABC, fantasy products, new gambling tie-ins, studio programming, documentaries, and more. But no Michael Jordan, for he has been going through the door at NBC. ESPN's new streaming application featuring everything the sports media arm of Disney has to offer is going to be $30. All right, we've went through this, but this paragraph here is what you need to know, ladies and gentlemen. You need to know this. And when I highlight it, it brings up this cute little extra thing that I don't want, but it's going to be there anyway. Folks, read it along with me. For users who sign up at the time of ESPN's launch this fall, the price of that bundle will fall to $29.99 per month for the first 12 months. That's called a year. In other words, ESPN customers will effectively get Disney Plus and Hulu for free for an entire year. Let me explain this to you, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll go to the panel. They're giving Disney Plus away for free. They're giving Hulu away for free. I'm here to tell you, the mask is off. The facade is gone. They will get subscribers whatever it takes. And in this case, they will literally give it to you for free if you will just get their ESPN service, which is also all about them subs. Panel, what do you make of the idea that Disney has now announced in the various articles, the intelligentsia, they're covering this, Disney Plus is for free for a year if you'll just buy the sports thing?
Well,
so are there sports fans?
There's some sports ball fans out there, Ron. Sports ball fans, they're big fans.
So look, I'm not a big enough sports fan to pay $30 a month for that, but I'm assuming that there's some out there, right there, which means that basically those sports fans who are big enough fans to pay $30 a month for ESPN Plus are going to be subscribed to Disney Plus and Hulu, whether they know it or not, or whether they care or not, and that will then. I'm asking that will bump the Disney Plus and Hulu numbers up, correct?
Oh, listen, Ron. if you want to skyrocket the subs, all you got to do is say, listen, dear sports ball fan, we're going to give you this brand new ESPN app that features fantasy sports and betting all combined into one package for 30 schmackles. But listen, sports ball fan, not only are we going to give this to you for 30 schmackles, but for the exact same price, you can have Disney Plus and Hulu for free. And you get counted as a subscriber for an entire year for us and no strings attached.
Yeah.
That's the play here.
What is the value of ESPN currently? Is it a value of $30 a month? Because they're losing Major League Baseball. The commissioner of MLB called it a shrinking platform. They're about to lose the UFC. All of their exclusive deals are going the way of the dodo. ESPN is not going to be the premier, sports operation anymore that it once was. It used to be sports were synonymous with ESPN. And now, I mean, we're starting to see them go to Netflix. We're starting to see them go to Amazon. It's a whole new world, and ESPN is getting left out in the dust. And people like, the MLB commissioner are throwing shade at it. So I don't know how many people are going to want this.
This is fascinating to me. This $30 price point is actually lower than I thought it would be. I'm just saying that.
You thought 50?
I thought 40 or 50 is what they were going to go for because of how much money they are spending on sports content right now. There were some indications. We knew 30 was the floor, the absolute floor, and they're coming in at the floor. I'm reminded of when Disney Plus launched, and if you were a D23 subscriber, you could essentially get Disney Plus for $3.15 a month if you got the right deals, if you prepaid for your annual. Or if you were like me, a person who thought Disney was a company that had all the entertaining products, you could prepay for 3 years and get a very low rate. And now what is it? It's minimum $12, $15. I don't even track the normal price of Disney Plus at this point because they keep selling it for $2 a month with ads. So looking at this, I think that ESPN is actually undervalued at $30 a month. Not being a person who would ever watch ESPN if I didn't have relatives coming over. The price point here for ESPN is 3 times what they probably are charging the cable bundlers here. And I think that they're going to get this to 40 or 50 as soon as possible. So when I see that $30 price point, I see them actually going ahead with a loss leader strategy in order to try to get you in the door. The other thing that's going to happen here is when you have those people getting Disney Plus and Hulu right at the start, those are definitely ad-supported plans, and that's where they want you, because if you were one of those people that paid back in the day for an ad-supported plan on Hulu was making less money on you than they were on the ad people who paid less money to be in the service. So I pay for the ad-free, I'm premium, you should treat me better. No, absolutely not. The ad people are the ones that Disney wants. So this is yet another drive to get more people with ads on their Disney Plus subscription here because they want people used to that. I think this is also something that the shareholders should be upset about because this to me says that Disney is getting into the loss leader game until ESPN works. We promise you guys the band's gonna make it. Streaming is gonna work at Disney. I hate this for Disney investors. That's what I think.
All right, and this may be why, by the way, folks, this may be why they waited a week after the Disney earnings call, and we told you this, right? We said, hey, the pop and drop, and we're not trying to give you any kind of financial advice, but they pulled off a stunner last week when Josh D'Amaro walked out and said, hey, we got a free theme park, baby. You think that whole Snow White thing stinks and sunk us? You think that whole box office going down is going to wipe us out? No! We got a free theme park. There's another company building us a theme park and we get all the money. Woohoo! And then investors love that, right? And we couldn't see that coming because, well, we don't have people inside of Middle Eastern theme park companies. We just never put that on our portfolio of places and things we needed to do on the list. So Disney pulled that off. It was a caper, honestly. But they held this off for a week. Clay Travis has this. Early poll results are not favorable for ESPN's new $29.99 a month streaming service. He says, I think this is going to be a disaster that hastens the demise of their cable business too. Here's the problem, folks, with this. And this is a heck of a gamble. And it's also an app that brings gambling in, The problem here is that many people already have ESPN. Disney is now asking for $30 a month to have ESPN when you probably already have ESPN. The thing they want you in there for is gambling and fantasy sports. That's what they want you there for. And they're willing to give you Disney Plus and Hulu essentially for free if you will play along with them. That to me reeks of desperation. And you're right, Jonas, to make their money back, this needed to be out there at 40 or 50. The fact that it came in at 30 and it's actually lower, if you take out the price of Disney Plus here, so let's say that people are paying $12 a month for Disney Plus, and let's say that they're paying, an additional whatever on Hulu. I don't remember what the bundle right now is for Disney and Hulu. Somebody can tell me. Maybe it's 20. When you take that out, for anybody who wants to buy this, you can see there's a level of desperation here. And again, they waited a week. I think this is the draining of Rivers of America, right? This is where they say, you're getting a new Villain's Land in Magic Kingdom. Everyone stand and applaud us. You're getting a new Cars attraction. Everyone sing the praises of Radiator Springs coming to Florida. And then a week later, they say, by the way, we're going to destroy some of the things that make our parks unique. The beloved parts that Walt built. We're taking those down. Didn't want to tell you back then. This is that again. It's the same darn thing all over again. Am I wrong, panel? Am I just too much of a gosh darn pessimist?
No. This is. I don't understand. They're betting big again, and this is a company that needs to stop making bets altogether. They need the credit card taken away. They need to have someone at the casino that goes, "Excuse me, Mr. Iger, your wife put you on the list here. We need to escort you out of the building."
That's a good analogy. Josh tomorrow, I think, is going to be CEO. We talked about this recently. I think Josh tomorrow took the lead. He got him a free theme park. How often does that happen? That you have the worst nightmare quarter in the world and you walk away and say, well, actually not so much. We got a free theme park. Jimmy Pitaro, on the other hand, has already been ruled out as CEO. And the fact that Jimmy Pitaro, who's over ESPN, has been ruled out, I think points out that this is not seen as a likely massive success. And they are throwing everything they have. I don't know what this is. This is going to wipe out. If this is successful, folks, one of the things that helped them in this last earnings call was something called ARPU. This is going to wipe out the ARPU. No, I'm not talking about a Middle Eastern person building Disney Sand Resort. Jonas, tell them what ARPU is, please.
Average revenue per user. And it's been a while for Disney Plus and Hulu to recover from them fiddling in ARPU.
Jonas, you have something that I see back here that you want to put up on the screen. Is that correct?
Well, it's just another piece of information to add to the ESPN bet situation. Penn Entertainment, who is the way that Disney structured this so that Disney was not actually a house of gambling, was they got $2 billion from Penn in order to get the rights to ESPN Bet. Okay, well, ESPN is going to incorporate betting into their app. So it was really just some legal shenanigans here. I'm sure it's all perfectly actually legal, but this was something to try to keep gambling literally outside of the Disney company. But now Penn Entertainment is apparently got some cold feet, or they're not seeing the gold line washroom here. So looks like they want out of the ESPN bet situation, even though, again, Iger is betting on this for success. I think it's coarse and vulgar that when you turn on a sporting event, all you hear is about the different ways that you can fritter your money away and get rid of money you don't have on the dreams of getting rich quickly.
I think you're exactly right. Folks, we're gonna pay close attention to this. I know that ESPN is not the normal forte for us, but it is 1/3 of Disney now, and they've structured it this way. It saved the day for the last quarter. Somebody who can save us, though. Let's bring on the man who is not just brawn, but also makes everyone out there say, wowza, wowza. It's Kevin Wowza Apollo. Kevin, welcome aboard, sir.
Good afternoon, gents.
Real quick, I don't know what your thoughts are on this ESPN thing. Disney is giving away Disney Plus and Hulu for an entire year, Kevin, if you'll just subscribe to ESPN, their new app.
Oof, that sounds That sounds beyond desperate. That's almost like we'll work for food bad.
Kevin, we have the same mindset when it comes to that. Exactly the same. Kevin, we're glad that you've come on board with us right now. And for those who don't know, Kevin Apollo is a beloved part of the team here on the Pro Channel. And Kevin will continue to cover ESPN and hope you'll be a part of us doing that with Disney and seeing how this goes. But they're betting big on betting, trying to take kiddos from Mickey Mouse diapers right on up to having their bank accounts wiped out by bad bets on NFL and NBA games. And folks, we have come to the end yet again. Another video of excellence in the can. What a joy it has been to share time with you. We hope you enjoyed it as well. If so, consider clicking that like button. Share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. And as always, drop a comment down below. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, so waste not yours. Join a community dialogue today, just on down below. Folks, we are going to say farewell for now, but we will see you back. 4 is more, and that's how many videos we put out every single day here on the Pro Channel. Hope you enjoy them all. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Hey, Floral, guess what?
You put a fork in Pro's microwave again.
No, that was yesterday.
I don't know that what.
Oh, I've decided to give up on torturing Jonas.
What? Why? In the same way the cat sleeps like 20 hours a day, that was like your purpose.
I know, but I've decided there's bigger fish to fry.
Okay.
Like Lorne. I mean, think about it. Everybody loves him. He's a fan favorite, and frankly, he has almost no weaknesses I can find. Except that he's really smart.
So, you want to annoy the one panelist without a single flaw, because he's smart.
Yeah, like that winged statue at that fancy Paris museum thingy. I want to break the one thing that everyone loves most.
Right. So, kind of like the opposite of Rachel Zegler.
Yeah, exactly. And I get to see her all the time at family reunions anyway.
You get to see Rachel Zegler?
Yeah. I mean, she's a total troll. Lives under a bridge, harasses billy goats, the whole 9 yards.
It all makes sense now.
Speaking of which, maybe she'll get me... Okay, call her on my... I'm gonna call her and see if she'll be in the next Indiana Jones. She should be the next Indiana Jones. That'll totally destroy Lord. He loves Indiana Jones.
Oh, that's cruel.
Hey, Rach. I've got a cool idea for you that involves a whip and snakes.
I love that description. It's perfect.
I know, right? Weird, as we always say.